D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So I just finished She-Hulk episode 7, and yeah, this show sucks. Like, this is the thing about this show is they it's just not good. Like, this episode wasn't like, it wasn't as bad as last episode. Episode 6, the wedding episode, was probably the worst episode. Like, that episode made me mad. This episode didn't make me mad. It was just this one was like a slog to get through because I'm all like, I don't care anymore. I don't care about Jen. I don't care about She-Hulk. And obviously the writers don't care either because they are just like not trying at all. Like, they're like those students in the class. They could probably do better, but they're just coasting on a C because they're like, I'll pass. It's fine. Nobody's looking to be valedictorian here. And you can tell, like, they're the people in class, you know, their creative writing class that got a C and they were fine with it. And I just wish that they would have tried to do better. So, like, this is the episode where we saw the characters from the trailers that were in the therapy session, but they're like, you know, they're like D-list villains or whatnot. And yeah, let's, why don't we just go through this breakdown so I can explain. And there was something that I was correct on, but I knew I was correct because everything in this show is, you know, seeable. It's predictable, you know, completely. My eyes are so red right now. I just woke up, kind of. Anyways, all right. But before I get started on this breakdown, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we always get shoved to the back of the line. So please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. I also ask that you do this to any small YouTuber. Like, they will appreciate it. I know they will. Just get them to 1,000. That's what all YouTubers want. We just want 1,000 subscribers and, you know, the 4,000 watch hours so we can start making some money off of this because, you know, why not? Now, oh, and by the way, and if you like this show, have at it. I don't judge people for liking this show. Oh, maybe a little bit, but I don't judge them like hardcore because, like, I get it. I'm pretty sure I like Stargirl, and I don't know anybody else that likes Stargirl in my real life. You know, I people comment and stuff, but in my real life, I don't know anybody that likes that show because nobody watches it, which is probably, you know, why it's probably not going to get a 4th season. But I think it's great. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm talking about other shows and stuff. We're going to get to this show. So it starts off where Jen is texting Josh. She's getting ready and everything for their little date. Now, this part I thought was really cute. Their little meet cute. I thought it was cute. She's texting him. They're texting back and forth. He shows up for their date. He's looking good. She's looking super cute in her sundress and everything. They go to a food truck. I want to go to I've never been to a food truck. You know, in my city, there's this I think they do it twice a year, but there's like this food truck, like festival. I don't remember what it's called, but like, it's just like a caravan of food trucks and they just hang out in one spot for like the weekend. And then you just go and you like get whatever. Anyways. Okay. So food truck fun. And they're just having really good. So for the next 3 days, she's like, might take him to inside her apartment. She's like, first one, she doesn't kiss him. He's texting her. She's smiling. Takes her to a food truck again. She almost kisses him, but then decides no. But then she goes back and he's gone and everything. Then she's brushing her teeth, thinking about him. They go to the movie drive-in. I love the drive-in. Yeah, the drive-in is great. And then she finally brings them into her apartment. And the next day, he's gone. And then she writes him a text. Sorry, I didn't get the whole text, but it says, "That was fun. I can't stop smiling." And this is like later on, I'll say it now. They give the little group gives her bad advice. She's got a open wine bottle right there. Girl after my own heart. But they tell her that was a bad. She's got like this coffee maker and this coffee maker. That's interesting. Look how messy this is right here. You need to clean up. There should be nothing on those counters. Anyways, okay. So she, you know, they tell her, oh, you shouldn't text that to him. And because he's ghosting you. And I'm all like, No, that's totally fine that she texts that out. I mean, one guy says it's cliche. Yeah, it's cliche, but at the same time, I mean, come on. Endorphins are released. She's feeling sexy. I mean, he's feeling sexy, kind of, but he doesn't really like her like that. We find out later, which I was right about. I knew it. Anyways, okay. So then she doesn't text him and she's like worried. She's like looking at her phone the whole time. And who hasn't been there? Am I right? The thing is, though, I don't know how you are, but I'm straight up like after, like a week or two, if I feel like you're not digging me, I straight up like, yo, are you interested or not interested? And if they say no or anything remotely related to in the family of no, I'm all like, all right, you cut off. Like, emotionally, like we can be friends, but I ain't paying for dinner anymore. Anyways, okay. And so what's her name? Doesn't matter. Anyways, Jackie, she's you need to leave it alone for a couple of days. So she's Friday, she's going by, she's trying to do the exercise and everything. Sunday, she gets woken up by this cop, and he's like, hey, Abomination's ankle bracelet, it went off. And so I need to go up there. Will you come with me and, be She-Hulk? And she's all like, sure, I have nothing to do Sunday. So, and one thing that I did like, because she kept checking her phone, but one thing I did like was all the music in this episode, by the way, I did enjoy. But one thing was she was singing Mbop, and I was like, Mbop, Mbop. So I did smile at that because I love that song. Yeah. Anyways, okay, I had that CD. I had their second CD. I had everything. It was so good. Anyways, so he gets there. They go in. He's like, can you turn into She-Hulk for protection? Which I'm all like, come on. And so he recalibrates it because Abomination's all like, yeah, it got electrocuted when I went to save my favorite chicken, Spirit Wings or whatever. And so he bails like right away because he's scared, which I'm all like, of course he is. He's a man in this episode. And so he's like, you want to stay? And she's like, no, I have to get back. This is not how I want to spend my Sunday. So then we get the Matador and Man-Bull, and they're fighting, which of course they would. Make sense. He's Matador, he's a bull. They do play a joke off of that. It's not funny. They smash her car, and she's like, hey. She throws him because she's like, you're ruining my car, which I'd have been like, this is some nonsense. So they're traveling around this little space, which I thought this little space was nice, for a little retreat and everything. And I like how he's all like, you can do this, this, and this. That's for our premium members. And I'm all like, what are you talking about, premium members? I'm like, didn't those old ladies or those women, those seven soulmates, which you got rid of after that episode, they paid for this land, and they're like paying for them and stuff. So here's a yurt. And he's like, you can go in and sweat, and, combine yourselves together. And she's like, I'm going to go around and see if I can find service. She can't find service everywhere. And she gets into this little group where they're, talking about their feelings. And this says achieve everything. Lame. So they're like, come and sit and everything. So that's Porcupine, totally from the comic books. I should have had a picture ready for you guys, but you go look it up. I don't even care. You shouldn't care either. It's not that big a deal. And then this guy walks in. Oh, and then we've got this black guy right here is I looked at Jesus, Matthew. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. It's like Severant or something like that. Hold on, give me 2 more seconds. It's Saracent. I don't know if that's how you say it. It doesn't matter. Anyways, he believes he's a vampire. It doesn't matter. He probably really is, but nobody believes him. Anyway, so this guy walks in, and she's like, what? And that's when she breaks the wall, and she's like, oh my God, previously on. So we were doing a previously on, and they show him, and he's the leader of the wrecking crew. And I just want to say, Josh, right there, Josh, called it. And so he's like, I was hurt for a yurt. And I'm all like, oh my gosh. And he's like, you really get the sense of, so she comes in, she turns to She-Hulk, and she pummels him. And they're like, hey, you need to calm it down. You need to sit in the calming chair. So they're sitting here talking, and and then finally they're just like, Jen, what's the matter? And she's like, I met a guy, and I thought everything was going great, and he hasn't texted me back. And they're like, well, what did you text him? And they're like, oh, and I love how this says, today is today. What? I hate when people say shit like this. It's like saying water is wet. Like, get out of here. And then this one says, make your goal a reality. Okay. Like, I hate shit like that. Anyways, so she's all like, you know, that girl in high school that's like super popular and athletic and everybody loves to give her attention and everything. She's like, I'm her and I'm Jen. And, you know, that would have been okay to like explore that thought process, but the show does it in such a bad way. Like they don't know how to write that you're just like, what's going on here? And I was talking to a friend that likes this show, but she likes everything. And she's like, well, do you think you could write better? And like, listen, I'm not trying to act like I'm some world famous writer or everything or anything like that. But I do think I first off, I wouldn't have wrote this episode. I would have wrote something way better. And, you know, to explore this process, but they just, they probably didn't have the budget because it would have had to been She-Hulk the whole time. Anyways. So they're like, you need to, they're like, can you trust us with Jen? Now, when this happened, I thought they were going to flip the switch and stab her with that pokey, that needle and take her blood, but they didn't. They did not. They're like, you need to delete his number. Like, delete his number, delete Josh's number. So she deletes Josh's number. And then she's like, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm hurting for a yurtin or whatever she says. Anyway, so she's in the yurt. Oh, Porcupine took off his mask. It's a black guy. Comic book's white guy. This guy's a white guy too, or a Hispanic guy. But you know, that would be like 3 Hispanic guys or 4 Hispanic guys in one scene, and that's just too much for Marvel. It's just too many Hispanic people in one scene. She comes out and she's all like, and everything, which I found out that giving the thumbs up, Europeans think us Americans are weird for that, to give the thumbs up, but I'm all like, that just symbolizes I'm okay or everything's okay, without speaking, because sometimes you don't want to talk to people. And so here they are. She says goodbye. They give her a card, and then she gets in her thing, and he's like, you can, you know, explore that when you come back next time. She's like, oh, I'm never coming back here. She's gonna come back here. We've seen pictures of it, or at least I've seen pictures of it. So then she's driving back, and it says, boom, 3 days later or earlier. She's taken Josh into her apartment, and he's getting up because he left in the morning, which is totally understandable. I'll share a little bit of info with you. The first night that me and my wife spent together before we got married and before we started like dating, I woke up in the morning and she was not there. That little vixen. She better be glad I called her back. Anyways, I think she had to work or something like that. I can't remember. So then he is copying her phone, which I was like, is that a thing still? I didn't even know technology. I'm not good with it. And then he's texting, you know, takes a picture of her while she's sleeping. Creepy. And then he texts Hulk King, which we know is just Todd from like 2 or 3 episodes ago, the guy she was dating, because it said in the end credit scene, Hulk Todd. And I'm all like, why would you guys made a big mistake with that. And then it says blood, potion, thumbs up. So he's smiling because I knew it. I knew he was a bad person. He wasn't good because he's in that group, the wrecking crew. So, and that's where the episode ends. And I just want to say we only have 2 episodes left. 2 episodes left, 8 and 9, and we still do not know who the big baddie is. We still don't know. And that is the problem with this show. You know, I mean, when it came to, let's say, the most recent one, we knew that the what were they called? The genie people. We knew they were the bad guy, like almost from the beginning. Like, because I don't remember if they were like in the first one. That didn't end that great. Okay. Moon Knight. We knew who the bad guy was. We knew who it was. Okay. We knew it was what's his face trying to release an Egyptian god. Hawkeye, granted, we didn't know 100% who the bad guy was, but we knew it was like we knew Echo was a bad guy, and we knew, and Kingpin, we found out who Kingpin was the bad guy. I think like halfway through the season. So it's like, it's so ridiculous that this show can't tell us who the villain is. And that again speaks to the writing of this show. And I just go, why are you guys like not they're not even trying at this point. They're just like letting us like sit here and be all like, okay, good work, guys. And I'm sorry, it's not good work. It's just bad. It's bad. Okay, so as far as next episode, I have no idea what to expect from this show. I have no expectations for this show except to be bad. Just turn your mind off, enjoy product, and wait for next product. What is that clip? Yeah, I really don't have anything else to say, you guys. I wish I could say good things about this show. They just needed to copy the comic books. Like not to a T. They could have added their own stuff in there, but this is just not good. Maybe they'll turn it around the last 2 episodes. I doubt it, but I just, this isn't good. It's just not good. All right, you guys, that's all I got for you. Tell me, what did you guys think about this episode? Did you like this episode? Did you not like this episode? Who is your favorite character in that little self-help group? Who was your favorite character in that group? I'd say Emil Blonsky, and I feel so bad for Tim Roth that he has to play this shithole character. All right, tell me what you guys think. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week on my She-Hulk breakdown and review. You guys have a good week. She-Hulk smash. Bye.